If you don't want to live like everyone else, always broke, always stressed, always repeating the same year again and again, then listen carefully. Most people aren't poor because they're lazy. They're poor because they're following the wrong plan. When I was 18, I had nothing. No money, no qualifications, no special connections. I didn't come from wealth. No one was waiting to help me. But I did have one thing: ambition. Instead of dreaming about millions, supercars, and luxury holidays, I made a decision that changed my life. I focused on one simple target: making my first $10,000. Not a million, not even 100,000, just 10,000. And I can tell you now, as someone who has built real wealth, that first 10,000 is the hardest money you will ever make. But once you do it, everything changes. That money isn't about lifestyle, it's about proof. Proof that making money is not luck, it's a skill. Once you prove to yourself that you can make money once, you stop doubting yourself. You stop asking, is this possible for me? And you start asking, how do I do this again? Most people make this far harder than it needs to be. They jump into crypto because someone online made money. They try day trading because a guru promised fast results. They chase passive income before they've ever earned active income. The problem is, those things need experience, capital, emotional control, and a lot of luck. They are not beginner-friendly. They are tools to multiply money, not create it from zero. When you're starting from nothing, you don't need complicated. You need simple, boring, and reliable. You need something that costs very little to start, puts cash in your pocket quickly, and builds confidence. When I was younger, the fastest way I found to make money was by selling a service that people already paid for. I didn't need a website, a logo, or a brand. I just needed to solve one small problem for someone. I used to walk around nice neighborhoods, not random places, looking for tidy gardens but dirty cars. Because if someone cared about their garden, they usually cared about their car too. I didn't run ads. I didn't build a website. I knocked on doors, offered value, and got paid. It wasn't glamorous, but it worked. And that's the key: speed. You work, you deliver, you get paid. No waiting, no excuses. The only problem with trading your time for money is that there's a limit. You can only work with one person at a time. Some months are busy, some months are quiet. There's a ceiling. But once you feel that ceiling, it's time to move on. Not because it failed, but because it did its job. It gave you cash, confidence, and momentum. Next, you think bigger. You stop thinking local and start thinking global. You can sell products online, like handmade items, artwork, or anything that people want to buy. This works, but it takes patience. Your money can get tied up in stock. Growth is slow at first. I learned this the hard way. I once built model aircraft and sold them locally. I loved doing it, but most of my profit disappeared into materials, and my customer base was tiny. Enjoyable, yes. Scalable, no. Then I discovered global products, selling to anyone, anywhere. Clothing brands, drop shipping, print on demand. The upside is massive reach. The downside is that you need patience. Your money gets locked into stock. Growth feels slow at first, but once it works, it's powerful. Still, if your goal is fast cash from zero, the most realistic way today is selling your skills online. You don't need to be perfect. You just need to be useful. Video editing, thumbnail design, copywriting, social media management, running ads. Businesses everywhere need help with these things. Services have high profit margins. Most of the money goes straight into your pocket. You can start today from a laptop with almost no money. The biggest mistake people make is waiting to be perfect. That's backwards. Start small, charge less at the beginning, and learn while you earn. Here's the shift that changes everything. You don't sell what you do. You sell what the business gets. Businesses don't pay for effort, they pay for results. More leads, more sales, more attention. If you help them make money, they will happily pay you. Charge for value, not hours. Hourly rates cap your income. Value pricing removes the ceiling. If you bring results, your price goes up. Simple. Don't hide your work. Post it online. Show before and after. Explain results. Document your journey. People don't care if you're perfect. They care if you're real. Opportunities come from visibility. Most people don't fail because they're bad. They fail because they're unreliable. Missed deadlines, poor communication, disorganization. If you deliver on time, communicate clearly, and stay consistent, you instantly stand out. Clients don't want the most talented person. They want the most dependable one. Your first $10,000 isn't about lifestyle. It's about proof. Proof that you can create value. Once you do that, you're no longer guessing. You're building. Focus on one skill, one service, one clear goal. Because if you can do it once, you can do it again and again. If this message stayed with you, it's not by accident. You're ready for more. Subscribe and start building the life you know you deserve.